interview segment this week, I will be speaking with the president of the Nigerian Union of Teachers. He will be telling us what the union is trying to do to ensure workers' rights are protected here in Kaduna State, and also what the position of the union is when it comes to local government autonomy and teachers' wages. Join me. It's good to have you on the program, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
A lot has been said by the Kaduna State government that they are going to sack more than 22,000 teachers. What's your take on this as the president of the Nigerian Union of Teachers?
Yeah, thank you very much. First and foremost, let me say this. The brouhaha from Kaduna State government or Kaduna State governor is just a mere noise making, with all due respect. I want to say this because you don't wash your dirty linen in the open. First and foremost, Western education, when it came into this part of the world, was it accepted in his state? You see, all the problems we are now encountering is a carryover of the decadence of the past. So, if the governor could not just write from the comfort of his bedroom and now say, okay, because of competency tests here and there, you want to throw into the employment market such a huge number of workers, it shows that that person is not in tandem, is not in tune with the reality of the moment, especially through the microeconomic impact which this sudden unemployment will create. I will explain. First and foremost, like I've told you, the people this man, the governor, is parading to have failed the so-called competency test. First questions: what is their academic pedigree? Are they teachers? Are they supposed to even be called teachers? How on this earth, how are you describing somebody that have school start fail, more than 3, a gardener, a carpenter, a grade 2 person as a teacher, when the law stipulates in this country that the minimum teaching qualification should be NCA? First and foremost, how many of these people have the minimum teaching qualification? Then what went wrong? Who provided these people with employment? You see, for me, I would have loved a situation whereby people go to the specific, go to the foundation, go to the basis. Let us look at where the problem comes from. Then you as a leader who want to add value, who want to bring the mantra of change into reality, call a summit. Ask people, this is a problem. For God's sake, if you are throwing 100 million people over there into unemployment, it's not from my state here in Lagos. It is from its people. And don't forget the fact that these are the great chunk of voters. You know the cumulative effect of all this problem. Others have seen it. They have been dodging it for their own political advantage. If you think that 4 years will not come to a close, you will be making mistakes. So, my candid advice, because your question is, what is my stake? Is that when somebody is suffering from headache, it is not to cut the head that will bring the antidote. The solution is all these people. Don't say they are not trainable. You see, when people just wake up and say, they are not trainable, this or that. No. Here in Lagos, what did we do? We have left what they are battling with. We left here in Lagos over 30 years ago. You cannot just go to any of our primary school here now and say you are a grade 2 teacher. Where will we find that? When majority are graduates and masters. I have PhD people in the primary school here. I can go into and mention their names here in Lagos. So what they need to do over there is that create time lag. Time lag, maybe 4 years. For those that have, a grade 2 school start, to have NC. Ensure that during vacation programs, that's another thing. Create time lag, create teacher vacation programs for all these people. Ensure that they are kept busy during the vacation. After this time lag, anybody that is now found wanting could be allowed to leave the system for God's sake. So all this noise making, sincerely, is like the government there are trying to shoot themselves in their legs. Look, I have seen what do you call it, the result that went viral in the social media. If you look down, deep down, certificate in view, grade 2, that is to say that person that answered that question that they are now using to gauge the academic ability of teachers is yet to have grade 2. So, my dear sister, I think what we need to do is that we should pocket our ego. We should identify that this is a problem that is so peculiar to that state. Sit down, convene people that matter. Education Summit, I've told them, call them together. This is our problem. Let us address it horizontally and vertically. By so doing, sincerely, all this type of noise making will become a thing of the past.
The Kaduna State Governor sacked more than 4,000 workers recently, local government workers. And you're saying that it's noise making. For a governor to sack 4,000 workers in one day, don't you see him actually sacking 22,000 teachers? So also I would like to add, do you think that the government followed due process after your findings? Thank
you very much. Let me start from the sack of local government workers. We have always said it. Nigeria Union of Teachers have always said it. Nigeria Labour Congress at Abuja headquarters have equally mentioned it, that Governor El-Rufai is just looking for a way to downsize, because they know that they promised to create jobs. But now, on getting there, they are now seeing that it is far from being realistic. So what they are after is to downsize. So I am not surprised. I am not surprised that they have started with local government. We are discussing teachers now. Other civil servants there in Kaduna should be guiding their line for a battle ahead. So I am aware. I am not surprised. They can even still go beyond that to even sack the entire workforce. I know that after some time, anyway, I will not want to go to say, because I'm on air. Personally, we know from the labor side that the governor there wants to downsize workers, because to him, he sees this multitude of workers as just a way of wasting the scarce state resources. But sincerely, it is not the best. So if he goes ahead with this threat of sack, I know people are now beginning to talk to him. You see, look, you have to consider many impacts. When you talk of kidnapping, you talk of all these crises, it is more concentrated in Kaduna as I speak. So throwing this type of people now into the unemployment market is going to further stress the already depressed sector of the security. So it is not the best to disengage civil servants. You have procedure. You cannot just wake up, okay, all of you go. It is never done. It will be challenged.
The president of the country has said he's backing the Kaduna State governor.
Yeah.
You spoke about scarce resources.
Yes.
Kaduna State used to be known for good and vibrant textile industries. But as we speak now, it seems to be a purely civil servant state.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you, would you say that our government is concentrating on where they're supposed to concentrate to ensure that the living condition of the workers are being improved?
Thank you very much. Let me start from the area of PMB, President Muhammad Buhari assenting or supporting the move of this mass sack by Governor El-Rufai. We have since spoken to the president. We have written to let the president get the picture that might have eluded him towards making such a statement. And I don't want the entire public just to say that the president said that I'm in full support of what is. It is, you need to provide facts and figure. We have still done that, and we are hoping that by now Mr. President will have rescinded his so-called tactical support or approval to what the governor is doing. Now back to your question. You see, I want to appeal to all our leaders, especially political leaders, governors, chairmen, ministers, what have you, enough of rhetorics. In the past, when we were young, if you are not traveling, if you want to travel, you want to go to any part of this country, the first place that comes to mind is Kaduna. Until tomorrow, you still have settlers there. The question is, what was the thing that was attracting people that time? It was because of talk of industries. Why has the industries now turned to churches? Prayer ground. What went wrong and at what point? I remember my comrade Isa Remu and the former governor of Edo, Adams Oshomole, we always make noise that all these textile industries, give them the enabling environment for them to survive. There was a time the governor promised to give them loan. Was the loan given? What role was Kaduna State government played that time? What are they doing now? To make sure that, look, the government is now saying that you have to look inward to how to develop your IGR. In Kaduna State, for God's sake, they are whining and dining with potential IGR. To tap it is where they lack political will, political courage. Okay? So, personally, my candid advice is that the government of Kaduna should look inward. God so good. The government there is very, very close to the government at the center. They should use it to the advantage of creating jobs, creating wealth, so that all these security challenges we have here and there between Kaduna and Abuja will become a thing of the past. So, for me, enough of dissipating energy on civil servants. You want to sack, you are threatening, when they invite you, you not come. Please let us put that all behind us and pursue those things that will add in internally generated revenue. World Bank, I don't want to because I'm not a textile person, but I am very close to the leadership, especially the general secretary of that union. And whenever we had cause to talk, if truly we want to all this job we say we want to create, if it is true, we mean business, first port of contact should be textile industries. Revive them in Kaduna, revive them here back in Ikeja. A lot of them, when you go there now, they are not conducting church service there. It should not be. So Kaduna, for God's sake, let us go back to what we used to do in the past that made Kaduna to be the center of attraction to people.
It's good to have you on the program.
Yeah, thank you.
That's all we can take on this edition of Labor Lens. Join us next week for a fresh edition of the program. I am Sharon Ijason. Thanks for watching, and remember, labor creates wealth.